And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you every day. And today is an amazing day. I have so much to talk about. Great photography this weekend. Got out into the snow here in New York, well, here in Jersey, in Teaneck. And also some photos from Associated Press that we'll be talking about. And because we always try to do some of the world news through the Associated Press. And what else? What else should we talk about? And also, this wonderful community surprised me last night, and they totally got me. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely beautiful to see all I always say, the pillars of this community hanging out and sharing so much love. And they did just that last night. So thank you again for an amazing evening. You folks really, really did me in. You did me in. You surprised me and you did me in. Um, I hear the whole country is cold. Well, let's just say the eastern half of the country is cold, and people are freezing all the way down to the Gulf. So if you are in America on the East Coast or in the southern states on the eastern half of the country, you are feeling some cold this morning. What else are we talking about? Oh, so we're talking about just a bit briefly some of the headlines. Um, Rob Reiner passed away, not was killed alive this weekend, really yesterday, overnight, and also the Brown University shooting, which we keep going through these shootings because this is America and we're okay with it. We're okay with it. This is just who we are in America. We are okay because if you weren't okay, you wouldn't vote for these people. And that's not our community. I'm just saying in general. Americans would not keep putting into office folks that don't want to change the gun laws. It's that simple. It is that simple. And let's see here. Oh yes. Oh man, hold on a second. Adrian did send me these photos, and I'm gonna have to put them on the screen at some point. He did photograph the moment last night, so we'll do that later on and get them onto my drive here, so that way I can show them to you. Wow, what a night! What a night! Oh, it was so cool. So Adrian sent those to me. And let's see. Okay, let's say good morning to some folks. It's time to say good morning. Oh, let me mention before I want to do this at the top of the hour here. And this is tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a special guest. Lavon Hill will be with us tomorrow, and she'll be talking Adobe Lightroom, Lightroom Classic, and Photoshop. So this Tip Tuesday, we have tips coming from Lavone, and she is one of the pillars in this community. And y'all don't know, but she watches every single episode after we've been on live air on air live, and then she also always leaves comments in the YouTube channel comment area. So you want to get to know Miss Hall. She is incredible, has become a great friend and inspiration at what she does at Adobe. And just also, she's got some projects coming up, and she and I are going to be working on some projects together. And so I'm excited that she'll be with us tomorrow. So tell your friends, tell everyone, if you're interested in Adobe Lightroom Mobile, that's Lightroom LR, or Lightroom Classic, if that means you've been using Lightroom for years before it's gone mobile, and you can use both of them at the same time. You can use all three, really. And then you have Photoshop. Photoshop is my weakest area. It's just, I've never really focused all my energy to Photoshop. And so I need to do more Photoshop work. And so now that my life is a little bit more slower with more intent, I'll be able to intentionally learn the wonderful skills of Photoshop. And I have so many friends that use it. So I'll be diving into getting inspiration from my friends to show me how to use Photoshop because I am one of those people that require holding through education on a lot of levels when it comes to some technologies. And but once I've learned it, that's it. I'm gone. I'm off to the races. So I'm glad that we're gonna have her on tomorrow. So Lavone Hall will be with us tomorrow for our Touch Base Daily Tip Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got that in first. So that way, when people they say you have to get everything in that you want to talk about in the first 5 minutes, really in the first 3 minutes of you coming on the air so that way people know that you are, what you're doing. So here we go. Let's see. That's a lot of. Is there that many comments in the comment box? Whoa, what's going on? You guys are like on fire. Well, this morning, now that Hannah has a whole nother. There's a whole new appreciation for Hannah now that I've seen she and her husband together and they were on screen last night, and it was so good to see them. Hannah is in the building. She says, "Good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Happy Monday." And yes, today, that should have been the first thing I said in the morning, but there's a lot to talk about today. Today is Motivation Monday. So you know what that means. That means we'll also be talking about our Motivation Monday that I send out every day to our Patreon community. Our Patreon community gets a Motivation Monday every Monday. And then I share it with you guys. So you want to get first hands on what's going on, join our Patreon community. And I will, since I'm just going to put that plug up there immediately, I'm just going to throw it up on the screen. You can scan the QR code and join our Patreon community where you'll see all of our Touch Base Daily Tip Tuesdays. You'll see our Motivation Mondays. Everything that is really like the really hardcore what we do here is also on Patreon in more detail. So there you go. And so if you anytime during this time together, you can scan the Patreon code and become a paying supporter. Because that's what it is. Patreon is about supporting artists. So there you go. There you have it. Okay. Then now so Hannah got the goal this morning. Hannah is usually in the goal slot, but here's our other person. Aya is in the building. Happy Motivation Monday, Grand Rising Ron, Hannah, Touch Base Daily fam. There you have it. Chris R is in the building. She says, with the bronze, good morning. And then we are traveling down to Adrian says, peace, y'all. Peace. And then we have the great, wonderful Bryson. It's so good to see Bryson on screen. And last night as well. He said, what's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy Money Making Monday. Thank you, Bryson. And we have the great and wonderful Omar. He says, good morning, everyone. And let's see here, going through. Oh, and you see Mr. Chris. Chris got what's coming to him this morning. After pulling off what he did, he helped Kim do that. Kim. And but no, we had a great time this morning. We always do our Monday conference call, and we had a great time together this morning talking. Thank you, Chris, for tuning in. Antonio is in the building. He says, good morning, family. So good to see you. So good to see all of you guys last night. It was just really touching. And he said, yep, it's cold in Texas. It is cold from the middle of the country. If you are east of the Rockies or a little bit more farther east than the Rockies, you are experiencing cold temperatures 10 to 20 degrees lower than normal. Okay, and the wonderful Lisa is in the building. Good morning. And she says good morning to everyone. And we have Classic Gems, which is our wonderful Cassandra. She's in the building. She says, good day, all. And Kelly A. Smith is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Someone said, Ron, you actually go through all the hellos. I said, yes, I do. You know why? Because we're a community. And it's just good to see people and acknowledge and put them on the screen. Yes, it feels good when you're mentioned. Here's also our wonderful Janet. Let me put that on the screen. Janet's in the building. She says, "Greetings, greetings all." And Omar says, "Sad story about Rob and his wife." Absolutely. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And see, Omar says it's cold and so true, Ron. She says, "Oh, pop down the screen. Oh, we're frozen. We're frozen. No, no. What's happening to my little chat?" Okay, I'll go to the next one. And Dr. Tai says, "Good morning, all." Dr. Tachi outdid herself again yesterday. That video, I mean, how she put that video to get those images, those stills, and made them come to life. Dr. Tachi, I appreciate you. And Chris and I were talking about it this morning. We were like, wow, that was so beautiful. And at some point, hopefully we'll be able to share that with you. Maybe we'll put it on YouTube or whatever. But it was well done. Dr. Tachi, well done. Lisa says, oops, let me get down the screen. Sorry about that. Why is this happening? Okay. Oh, there we go. Lisa says, so sad about Rob Reiner. He's one of my favorite people, as in Hollywood, because he stands for community. He stands for the LGBTQ community. He's the women's rights. I mean, he's always been a ultra liberal, supporting liberal ideas and helping people. So I just really appreciate him. Just seeing how he evolved over the years from Archie Bunker to becoming a director, and some of my favorite films that I have. Since we're on this topic right now, what is your favorite? I want to know from the community. What is your favorite Rob Reiner film? Film that he directed. What is your favorite? Not one of, but your favorite. Your favorite, because I know a lot of you guys in here are like movie buffs. So I will tell you, my favorite is Officer. Sorry, I was gonna say where does it go? Oh gosh, I just lost my train of thought. The one with where he says la 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 la. It'll come back to me. I'm sure one of you will mention it. And when the military with all the folks in it, Tom Cruise, Demi Moore. Yeah, so and my brain just went froze. I got too excited. My brain gets excited. When I get excited, I can't remember. So I lost my train of thought. Hannah says, good morning. She says, well, to everyone else, we'll get back to there. Anthony says, I was up late around 1 a.m. and saw the Rob Reiner was taken out. Beyond sad, man. Yeah, it happened early. It happened the night. And Lisa acknowledging Livone. And Bryce says, we got to send rest in peace to Rob Reiner, passed away, and his wife, Billy Crystal, and Larry David were there at the scene after they found out. Jazzy Jazz is in the building. She says, good morning, beautiful people. And it almost came to me that now. It almost came to me the film that I love. Obviously, second place is Harry Met Sally, but Harry Met Sally, that was always good too. I'll have what she's having. A lot of great lines from these movies that he produced and directed. Jazzy says, good morning, beautiful people. And I see here Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn, what's up? Good morning, she says. Good morning. And Dr. Tai says, good day, vertical stream. That's right. All you folks in the vertical stream, we have two places. And I said, I still haven't turned on my wonderful folks on Instagram. Sorry, Instagrammers. Okay, now Instagram is turned on. My bad. I know. I always forget the Instagrammers. Sometimes I go through the whole show and I'm like, oops, I forgot to click the button. Kimmy Kim says, good morning, everyone. And I want to say wait. I'm going to do it this way. I am going to say with great applause. And that is because Kimmy Kim was successful in her task of help with her folks and everyone that helped her putting together such an amazing evening last night. And everyone yielded and they listened and they functioned and no one spilled the beans. No one, not one person spilled the beans. I did not see it coming. So those applause go to Kimmy Kim for being the brainchild, I do believe, on that beautiful evening last night. Omar says, "My whole life is Photoshop and Lightroom." Certain, I mean, Omar, when I come to Texas, I have to really just spend a week if I'm allowed to. I know you're a corporate man, but maybe I can be an assistant somehow in your work, like as you're doing your edits. Or do you do edits any longer? Don't know. I mean, you are a corporate man, so you do your photography, but now do you have a team that does this probably for you now? So that's always cool too. And Hannah says, "Good morning." I see the good mornings back and forth. And also for the Mr. Photo Ken Arts is in the building. Says, "Good morning, everyone. Make sure you hit the like if you're in the building. Make sure you hit the like. It helps the algorithms. We depend on algorithms here." And Chris says, "Good morning, Touch Base Daily family." Let's see here. Okay. Today is Hurry Up and Pack Day for Lisa. Yeah, she's going to be away. I packed this week also. I'll be staying with my buddy. Still in New York, but I'll be hanging out with my buddy. And so we'll be doing that to see who else. Hey, Rashawn is in the building. What's going on, Rashawn? Good morning and happy Monday, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. So good to see you in the building. And let's see here. I'm going through this. Charlene. Charlene says, "Good morning, everyone." Look at you guys are here. You guys are all here today. What is going on? Everyone's here. I love it. And Dr. Tai says, "Yes, she's going to send the video to me today." Oh, I can't wait to share it. I can't wait to share it with this community. It was so good. Anthony says, "I say that should be your new intro, Dr. Tachi. Put together a dope video." The way she took those images and then they became living images, like they moved and transitioned, that was smooth. That was smooth operating. Dr. Tachi, you are the best. Lisa said, "If you are near my age, we grew up with him as yes, as Meathead, all in the family." Yes, Meathead. That's when we first got introduced to Rob Reiner. That All in the Family. Whoa, that was such a great show. You know, when I was young, I thought I did not like All in the Family because I thought it was a racist show, and I also did not like the guy that played Archie and all the other stuff. And then as I got older, I realized that I forgot the gentleman that plays Archie O'Connell, I think it is, and that he was about again. He was also about civil rights. He was about. I mean, he was totally opposite of his character on All in the Family. And then I learned about all the stories behind the scenes of those episodes. And most of that cast was very much about civil rights and helping people of Jewish background, African American background, Spanish background. It was really this amazing bunch of characters that really was in support. Thank you, Bryson. Bryson says his favorite was A Few Good Men. That's what I was trying to get. My brain just would not go there. It was like, A Few Good Men. Yes. All I want is the truth. And he says, "You can't handle the truth." Love that line. That line lives in infamy. That's one of the best lines. Yes, and A Few Good Men. Charlene says her favorite Rob Reiner's movie was When Harry Met Sally. So good. Another great scene. She's acting like she's having an orgasm, And then next thing you know, the older woman says, I will have what she's having. It's, I mean, such perfect moments. And I have those movies. I mean, I don't collect a lot of movies, but I have both. Well, do I still have? No, I don't have them anymore. I gave them away because I moved. But up until I moved, I had those movies in my archives. Yes, I was sad to give away my Harry Met Sally, but I still held on. I got my little device and I upload the Harry Met Sally soundtrack. Is absolutely wonderful. Yes, but those are my favorite. Those are my favorite two movies. But A Few Good Men is number one. Harry Met Sally is number two. And Omar says his is also A Few Good Men. Misery. Man, do y'all remember that scene when she takes those ankles out? Oh man, that was priceless. I'm not gonna give it away because there may be some folks that have not seen it yet. Hard to believe. But Misery? Oh, do y'all remember Misery? Misery was absolutely amazing. It was so good. And yes, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. And they zero in on his face and his mouth. Love it. I love it. Oh, the American president. Wow. I don't remember that one as much. And oh yes, I remember Stand By Me. Yes, Stand By Me. Remember the music? Memorable movies. I remember it was my friends. We all went to see Stand By Me. We're all hanging out in the movie theater, and we're like, that's us. That's us. That's us. We're best of friends. Stand By Me. What a good movie. Very good movie. Oh yes, thank you, classic. You know, yeah. When I get excited, I get like, I can't remember. Like, my brain freezes up. It's like a bad machine. Hey, look who's in the building. Dorian is in the building. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Mr. Dorian is in the building. Mr. Dorian, Mr. D. And people love you, D. People love you. Antonio says Rob Reiner's mom was the one who said, yes, that was his mother that said, I'll have what she's having. Absolutely. I saw that this morning on the ABC when they did Good Morning America. They mentioned that. I did not know that was his mother. The stuff you learn when someone passes away, right? Hannah says also A Few Good Men. A Few Good Men also. And Omar says Kimmy did a wonderful. Yes, let me put that on the board. Omar says Kimmy did a wonderful job last night. Certainly did. Certainly did. And Dorian says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Kimmy, we love you. We love you. I can't wait to come back to Philadelphia to hang out with you. Heard it. What's that? I don't know. Is this a movie? Heard it? Oh no, she's a typo. Okay, heard. Okay. I was like, is that a movie? No, it can't be a movie. Hey, me. What, me? Myron Muhammad Maiden is in the building. Hello. So that on the screen. Nice to see you in the building. Definitely was a group effort. I know. Nothing we do here is not without the community, which is our theme for today. Our theme is about community because you guys inspire me, and I had to come up with a good Motivation Monday subject for you guys. And Hannah says, oh my goodness, Kimmy did a most spectacular job with everything. The best. Dorian says, I love Photoshop and Lightroom. I'm stumbling through After Effects now. Yeah, Photoshop gets me all the time because all the layers. It's that layer platform. It's like layer this, layer that. You got these. Yeah. I still haven't gotten it. I will get it at some point. Anthony says, the editing skills I've learned in Photoshop, I learned from Omar Ramos. Oh, photography. Before that, it was Lightroom only. That look, that's all I use is Lightroom. I use Lightroom and I use Raw, the Creative Raw. Yes, I use both of those. Well, I should say Bridge. It's called Bridge. I use Bridge. And good morning, she says. Carol O'Connor. I said Carol O'Connelly. Oh, sorry, Carol O'Connell. My goodness. Okay, got that. All in the Family. Here we go. All in the Family was way ahead of its time. It's interesting because All in the Family could not be on TV probably today. You could not have a show like that on TV today because of so much. People just don't know how to share their minds. People don't know how to talk. People don't know how to have conversations about sensitive matters. They just don't know how. It's just, oh, you agree with me or you don't. If you don't agree with me, I don't want to hear from you. And that's not how the world works. I mean, when you think about the old days, when I talk about the old days, I'm talking about like 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. Do you know where the most important place in any given town and city was? And why it was so important? When you go throughout Europe, when you go throughout Africa, when you go throughout to some of the towns in America, when you go around in the old towns, the old places of gathering is where people gather to argue. Like the square. The square, like New York has lots of squares. We have Washington Square, we have, we have Madison Square, we have Times Square. There's not like they used to be squares, but squares is where people gathered to get their food, their market. But then all the folks would sit down and stand around and have conversations about politics and things that were happening in the day of that time. And that's how people became educated, is because of the square. Did you know that? The square was the gathering place of people to have conversations about things that were tough to talk about, but they weren't oversensitive. They could say what was on their minds. They could say, no, I disagree. Or they could do the mature thing. Someone taught me this when I was younger. You must learn to agree to disagree. Not every conversation you're going to win the argument. So when you can't win the argument, you must say, okay, we can't go any further with this conversation, but we will agree to disagree. Now, where is that spirit today? The spirit of I agree to disagree. Man, oh, where are we? We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back. It's so important to have conversation. That's how we learn. Janet says, All in the Family was Norman Lear production, civil rights oriented. And Norman was a second father to Rob Reiner. He often said he had two dads. Two dads. I like that. You see that? You see the flexibility of that? Family is many things, right? Family is me. There are people that come into our lives that mean so much more than some of our blood family. Think about that. He always says in all his interviews, if you have seen them over the past, Rob Reiner always said he had two dads. Two dads. Not because they were married, not because they were together. No, they were two dads that influenced his life, spent time, and showed him different ways to do things. I wonder if you do. How many of you have two dads? How many of you have two moms? Or three? Right? Lisa says, so weird. I replied to Dr. Tachi and none. Now it's not there. What gives? I don't know. Maybe there's something going on in YouTube. And I see here Stack Buttles. That's the new name. Merry Thanksgiving. Merry Thanksgiving to you, sir or ma'am. I don't know, but whoever you are, Merry Thanksgiving back at you. And also, that was creepy, says Claire. What was oh, the misery? I guess it was misery. Yeah, misery. Am I that far behind? You guys are chatting today. Holy goodness gracious. Yes, misery. And yep, I remember. Yep, I remember. Heard all these lines. Just probably never had time to watch the whole movie. Okay, going through these things real quick so I can get to you. Oh, Dorian, see, I did the same thing. I had to upload them all and then give them away. He says, I just gave away 1,000 CDs. My 90s Saturdays in a box at Tower Records. Remember the Tower Records? I'm not going to go there. I could talk about Tower Records. It was my hangout spot, especially the one on 42nd Street. Omar says, one of my all-time favorites is The Princess. Really? You enjoyed that one? The Princess and the Bride? Really, Omar? I didn't picture you live in that movie. Wow. Oh, Omar, that was a good one. It was a good movie. All his movies are all of his movies were heart tuggers. Heart tuggers. Lisa said, oh, I think it was YouTube censoring because I put how he unalived his mom. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, they will get you. The sensitivity of these algorithms, yes, they will block you. Kimmy says, you outdid yourself. Kimmy, they're saying you outdid yourself. And Lisa says, a lot of shows could not be on today. Little House on the Prairie, Sanford and Son, both said the N-word. Yep. You couldn't put those on TV today. Anthony says, you couldn't have any Norman Lear shows on TV today, but they were so raw and amazing. Kimmy Kim says, Chris, I tried to ask for your IG name a while back when you were in here to invite you to the surprise. I really wanted you to be there. I am sure Ron would have as well. Our game night. Yeah, we had game night. We did it. And Adrian says, y'all see the post Orange Man put up about Rob Reiner? When you think he couldn't be a lower form of human being, he proves us wrong. I don't even know what that Orange Man said. The orange stain, Mr. Kinkle Taco Tits. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, Adrian, I don't even want to go check it out. I'm going to move on. But he's vile. He's a vile being. Ooh. Orange, Kinkle, Taco Tits. Anyway, moving right along. It says all in the family would have died to do cancel culture. It saddens me. Everyone is so sensitive. This says, Adrian, I didn't see it yet, but I can imagine. That's right. This is what we do. This is what we got to do it. This is the person leading our country. Whew. Kat says, if people use a different word like debate or discuss instead of argument, it could make people less defensive. Words carry energy and meaning. Yes, yes. Oh, goodness. Yes. Okay. Going through, Norman Lear was definitely an ally. Dr. Taji says to Adrian, you know, he's just trying to secure a prime address in Hades. And Dr. Taji. And Adrian says the orange fool. Bryson says to Adrian, that orange fool got something to say. He's jealous. He's jealous. He cannot handle someone else getting more attention. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Okay, so we talked about Rob Reiner, but let's go to some photos. I'm going to do that real quick. And just to kind of tease you of the other news that's going on around the world, and we do that through the Associated Press. Associated Press, I love Associated Press. Associated Press also functions with your donations. So how do they exist? is through your donations. So let's talk some photography. Photography this past week with AP. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so we can share some of that on the screen with you all. And this is my favorite part of the weekend. Usually on Monday mornings is going through some of these photos because one, these photos inspire me to be a better photographer. I learn from our colleagues and photographers. There's, to me, just for me, this is my opinion. Folks that are on the front lines, what I call the frontline journalists, photojournalists that are in countries with war, countries with high activity, dangers, all kinds of really just being there with the people. They bring us incredible images, and I think they should be celebrated. And my favorite platform, I do look at other platforms, but this one is my favorite, is Associated Press. And because Associated Press always, they have literally a section dedicated to photography. And if you go through the photography, it will also give you some knowledge of what's going on around the world, like this. And some are good and some are bad, some are sensitive, but like this one. Here's a fun one. Look at that. Look at that. Fun one. A performer dressed in a polar bear costume gets gets a hug from a pedestrian in St. Petersburg, Russia, Saturday. This is all that happened this weekend. Well, look at this photo. Look at this photo. You know, we always say as photographers, we go to where the light is. Wherever the light is, your eye will be drawn to the light. And look at this photo. A Thai resident who fled violence between Thai and Cambodian soldiers uses a mobile phone while taking shelter in Bariam province in Thailand on Tuesday. Look at that. And for those that don't know, there's a vicious war going on in Thailand and on the Thailand and Cambodian borders. And I'm sad because I always wanted to go to Thailand and Cambodia. Probably won't be able to do that in the near future. Hopefully this conflict will be resolved. But yes, there's conflicts going on around the world, and you should know about what's going on. Here's another one. This was really, I love this photo. I love this photo. And this one is Patricia Higgins, right? And the mother of Miami Mayor-elect Eileen Higgins reacts at a watch party after her daughter won the Miami mayoral runoff election on Tuesday this past. Look at that photo. Look at her. Look at her mom. That is a priceless photo. Priceless. Priceless. But guys, this was one of the indicators that things are changing in America. Maybe. Because Patricia, let me go, Eileen Higgins won that mayoral election. And she's the first Democrat to win in 30 years. She's the first Democrat to win in 30 years in a red, very red Miami. Hopefully that's an indicator. You see how we use photography to become more educated? You see that? You see how I just took this and brought you the story behind the photo? Yes. That's what it's all about, y'all. Yes. Look at the next one. This is another good one. Simply thunderstorm, lightning. You see the lightning in the sky there, lightning over there in the upper right corner. And then you see this little tent area. And this says, a thunderstorm rolls over a tent camp for displaced Palestinians in Zawa'ida, Central Gaza Strip, Wednesday. Look at that. But where does your eye go to? The light. Or all you photographers that are just starting out, your eye will go to the light. Next one. I love this one because most people don't know this exists. Okay, here we go. Models wear creations on a traditional fishing boat during Dakar Fashion Week in Senegal Saturday. There are fashion weeks all over the globe. Most of the time, we know about the New York Fashion Week. We know about Milan Fashion Week. We know about Paris Fashion Week. And for the most part, in Africa, people know about Cape Town Fashion Week. But most people don't, a lot of people don't know places like Senegal also has Fashion Week. People celebrate fashion all over the globe. But you wouldn't know that because a lot of this stuff never makes it to our media. And quite to be fair, not to criticize mainstream media all the time. I mean, they can stop talking about cats and dogs and petty stuff that they talk about. But this is what's going on around the world. Could you imagine if people saw this? It would bring inspiration to news stories. This is a powerful image, y'all. An armored vehicle is on display along Los Proceres, a boulevard in Caracas, Venezuela, Saturday. Look at that. What a powerful image. This is a powerful image. The innocence of a child, the destruction of a war machine. This is a powerful image. Powerful image. You know, some dignitaries gathered in London at number 10, you know, that 10 address. Ukraine president, British prime minister, French prime minister, president, the chancellor of Germany, posing in front of 10 Downing Street about the Ukraine situation. We got some sports. This was another big one during the week last week. Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Corina Machado Center walks with Anne Marie Erkenson in the Foreign Affairs Community of the sorting of Oslo, Norway, after winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Beautiful image. Hopefully one day she'll be able to go back to Venezuela. People had to flee Venezuela. And like I've mentioned many times, I met a photojournalist from Venezuela, and he often he told me how America is becoming the signs of how Venezuela fell into dictatorship is happening here in America. And he told me this 3 years ago. And here we are today. America did do that. They voted a moron back into office. And there's more stuff around the globe. And I'm not going to go through every one of these, but I just want you to see the images. Go to Associated Press, click on photography, and there's just so many great images. And I'm a believer, if you take the time, and see, you can also go to the email and do that. But if you take the time to go through images like these, as you are inspired to be a photographer or take better pictures, these photos will help inspire you. You will begin to see the composition of how these photos are taken. And then you can also, like I do sometimes, I will look at the photographer's name. Like here is Dolores Ocho, and I will look up the name and see the rest of their work. Or sometimes I'll go through their work and then I will send them a text and say, "Thank you for being on the front lines." I know I'm that nerd. I'm that nerd. I will do it. But look at the images. Look at these beautiful images that will give you inspiration. So every Monday, Motivation Monday, we're here to motivate you. I love this. I love this shot. I love it. Taken during the blue hour. Look at the birds, the pigeons, I should say. Look at that. And you get to see what is happening around the world. You know what also helps me? These images. These images help me to center myself and to ground myself, because I realize Yeah, I may have a day with some horrible problems, but there's a lot of people around the world with bigger problems than you have. And once you understand that and you see it visually, it sobers the moment, and our complaints go into gratitude. Our complaints transition to gratitude. Whenever I see these photos, like this one right here, this photo right here, pilgrims arrive at Our Lady of Guadalupe, Basilia in Mexico City the night before her feast day. But people, I mean, people are in pain around the globe, around the globe. And so use photography to inspire you and to also ground you. I tell you one thing, photography makes me thankful. It makes me get into my bag of gratefulness. And as it goes on, and then you got fun stuff. I mean, look at that. That image is just priceless. I know the older once you get past a certain age, you got an old man's body. Lord, oh, there's something to look forward to. And, and then you got these worshipers. Look at that. Angel Sanchez worships at 2819 Church in Atlanta. I love it. This look at this portrait shot in the light. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna scroll through so you can be as. I mean, look how something so simple as feet, guys. You can create images. You can create images. Just do it. Go with your heart. Okay, I think that's it. Yep, that's the last one. Look at that. Okay, so there you have it. That was a little bit of our. Let me see. Okay, I got some time for our Motivation Monday. So now we're gonna go into our Motivation Monday from our Patreon community. And yeah, I see what you guys are saying. David, Serena says, "Amen, Ron." And I see here, Rashawn says, "Amazing." Don't these images move you? That's the that's the gift of photography. The gift of photography. Yeah, she says these were great. Thanks, Ron. Go to Associated Press. Also, fund them, support them. They have a donation that comes up on the screen, and you can donate to their cause because that's how we support media that's out there telling the truth. Do it. Okay. Our next subject, and you are you ready? And then we're gonna close out with our last night event. But here we go. This is your Motivation Monday. This is your Motivation Monday. And man, you guys inspired this last night. So yesterday, this wonderful community. Let me see if I can. You got to bear with me as I'm going to try to bring up. Let's see if I can do that. Let me see if I can bring up share image file, share extra camera. No, not that. Video file, image file, share screen. Okay, let me see if I can get this up here. Because, okay, so now it's not going to come up on that. Let me see. Window. Let me see if I open it. Hold on a second. I want to, because Adrian did post some photos and I want to share them. Let me see if I can get these on the screen. Let me see if they will pop up. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Let's see if this is going to pop up on the screen for our help here. Okay, let's see. Now that I've opened it, let's see. And this is from last night from my vantage point. Oh, it's not showing. Oh, wait, hold on. And is it showing? Is it showing? Maybe it will show. Let's see. Let's see. Will it show? Oh, there it is. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? So this was our wonderful community on the big screen, and this is what I was looking at. Can you guys see this? Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Oh, yeah, there it is. You can. It doesn't show up as a. Hold on. These are the photos. Let me go back. I want to show the photos. Okay, here we go. Let's go back. Let me try to get this on the screen for you. Okay, I'm going to remove that and let me restart. Let me start from the beginning again. Okay, let's go and present another way. Okay, stop screen. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting it. We're getting it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the full screen. The full screen. Okay, so maybe it'll work this way. This is the first time I'm doing this before. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's the entire screen. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Why is it not showing up? When I do it as a window, it should come up as another window. Okay. 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 Oh, I wanted to do entire screen, but my screen is so huge. I got two screens and it's asking me about one screen. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this because last night was so important. And I don't want you not see this. So let me download them. Okay. Oh, he says zoom into it. Oh, okay. We could do that. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can zoom in on the screen. Okay, here we go again. Let's try it. Let's try it. The technical man in the building says zoom in. Now, I was hoping that it would have gone to my iCloud, but it didn't do that either. Oh, there's wonderful. What is going on? Okay. This is not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's not working. Okay. And sometimes, okay, maybe if I put the screen, because it should show this. Why isn't it showing it? Okay, I'm driving myself crazy here, y'all. And I'm probably driving you crazy too. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's see. Share images. Okay, let me share the image. And nothing wants to work like I want it to work. Come on. Apple. I know, I'm blaming Apple, right? Open with preview. Okay, let's see if that works. Open with preview. Okay, let's try it again. One more time. Open with preview. There we go. That's the image. Okay, here we go. Can you see the image, y'all? Okay, let's see if you guys got the image. Okay, so yes, that's the image. That's the picture that Adrian took. There was other photos, but I'm not going to try to go through them. But there's this one that really describes it all. So that's me interacting with this amazing group of people, the pillars of this community. And he said, that's why you need Chris. Well, this one was a little more complicated, but yes, I see you guys. Y'all laughing. Y'all laughing. Ron in the best Sunday sweater. Because I thought I was going to be on a panel discussion. See, they fooled me. Chris said, Ron, are you available to talk on a panel discussion about religion and the LGBTQ conversation? And I said, sure, I'll help you out. It turned out it was a scam. So I came downstairs from this room, and went downstairs, and Adrian's like, look, and I'm like, what's it? Wait, I know those people. Why are they on the screen? And then I was like, wait a minute, something is not right here today. And I said, Chris, what did you do? I was like, so that was what happened. And so we ended it was a great night. And so each person shared, as you can see, each person had a banner and they were sharing, I love you, Ron. And they created these amazing, beautiful banners. So beautiful. And then it got me all choked up. And I was like, oh, Ron, you gotta keep it together. You gotta keep it together. And the older I get, the more mushy I become. Eh. And so I saw it and I was like, and then I was getting ready to have a real meltdown when the video came on. And Dr. Tachi produced the video and did the video. And then when I saw Winter on there, because Winter doesn't usually do these things, and Winter really said something really cool. She was really sharing her heart, and she was getting choked up as she was saying it. So, Winter made me want to just like fall apart. And I said, no, I can't. I must maintain myself. Anyway, so you guys were absolutely amazing. And yeah, he said you held up good. I did. I was so proud of myself. I was able to hold up. Anyway, so that was last night. So this is you inspired today's motivation. You always do, but you really did on this. Once I sat around and thought about today's Motivation Monday and what I wanted to say to you guys and to encourage you and to help you go through this beautiful week. So here we go. This is, let me see if I can get this on the screen. There we go. Today's subject, our Motivation Monday, as we go and we're going to close out shop today, is create a community of light. Because you guys are truly a light force. And I am so proud and happy to be among so many amazing people. You make this platform. I just facilitate what you guys are talking about and what you guys are thinking. I facilitate, but you create this community and you make this community what it is. So, Dr. Tati said, you really did hold up well, old chap. Yes, I was like, I was having a moment yesterday. So this picture I took in the Okavango Delta. And there's a reason why I'm sharing these photos. When you are a photographer and when you travel either domestically or in your local neighborhood or abroad, you connect with individuals along the way. And when you connect with these people along the way, they shape you forever. Some will shape you forever. Some will shape you for the day. Some will shape you for months, maybe several years. And there's some people that shape you for. So I'm in Okavango Delta during this time when I took this shot of this wonderful woman. She was my polar, Poler. And she's the one that I was in a little canoe type boat. And I had my camera gear in this little canoe boat. And we are navigating the Okavango. And I was like, first of all, my friends, they had big muscular dudes, guiding them in their canoe or canoe-like boat. And my was this beautiful woman. And a lesson learned is that I underestimated her because of her size. And maybe because she was a woman. And I will remember this moment for the rest of my life because it reminded me never underestimate anyone. And I was like, well, these guys, I said, my friends got the dudes. Why do I got the girl? But this girl, this woman was one of my inspirations. She had these magazines that she had like laid in the front, and I photographed them. And literally some of the, she was the best person for me. But the universe knew that. I didn't know that. I underestimated her. How did I underestimate her? One is her skill. She navigated my little boat going through the waterways of the Okavango Delta. And I'm looking around to make sure there's no hippos or anything coming at us. I was like, oh my goodness, we cannot be overran by a hippo. So, because hippos are the most dangerous of all creatures on earth. More people are unalived by hippos than any other species on earth, believe it or not. So anyway, we're navigating. She's got her pole and she's just navigating and just doing her thing. And she inspired a lot of my time when I was in Botswana. And again, so it brings me to my subject. So Monday motivation this week begins with a reminder. Here's a quote. This is my quote. I didn't have to quote anyone this time. I put together this. A traveler abroad or local with a camera doesn't just collect images. They gather voices, faces, and places into a single community of light. I happen to be a photographer that happens to do many things, and all of us in this room do many things. We have Serena in the building. She is a poet. She navigates the world and she shines a light on the world through her pen, through her mind to the keyboard. I happen to use a camera. There's people in the building that use a paintbrush. There are people that use they're just beautiful speakers. Every single person in this community, when you travel the world, wherever it is, like I said, it could be your local diner, or it could be Paris, Senegal, someplace. You create community. Because when people see what you are doing and your gift at what you're doing, they become part of you. They become part of your community. When we do this touch base daily thing every day, there are people that come in and some pop in, some pop out, some people stay, some become pillars, some people, yeah. But every single thing we do here is a light to the world. So let me go further. As photographers and creators, we are more than observers. We are connectors. We connect people. We connect people. Let me just leave with that. Every frame we capture is a thread that ties us to the people we meet, the stories we honor, and the communities we help illuminate. This is a young man that I stayed in contact with for many, many years. He's a tailor in Botswana in a town called Run. And he showed me how people would come into his little area, tell them what they wanted, and he would create immediately their dress, immediately a jacket. I was like, this guy is unbelievable. He needs to be in New York somewhere on Fashion Week. I mean, he was so good at what he did. And he was creating for his village, for his town. So let today be the spark. 1, vision. See beyond the surface. Notice the details that others overlook and let them guide your art, your vision. See the world around you. See the people around you. See, see, look, observe. It will inspire you. It will encourage you, which leads us to the next one. Encourage. Step into unfamiliar spaces with confidence. Trust that your lens can turn vulnerability into beauty. Courage. It takes a lot of courage to be on these platforms. It takes a lot of courage to put a poem together and then put a book together and put it out into the world. Serena will tell you. I listen to her when she does her shows, and usually in repeat. I always miss the ones on live. Whatever your gifting is, whatever you use to bring, again, whatever you do brings people together. There is a tribe that is created because you put your gift out into the world. You create your tribe. A lot of people say, I can't do anything. I'm not inspired. I can't help people. You put your gift out into the world, guarantee you there will be someone that likes it. Even if it's just one. And then next thing you know, that one, then it's two, then it's three, then it's four. And before you know it, your tribe is developing, and you will have a tribe. Community is so important. So we have a community here. You have a community in your neighborhood. You have a community in your church, your place of worship. Communities. And the more you're involved in your community, the more they see your light. And the more you are with your community and all the people are sharing their gifts, they make the light much brighter. The third one, connection. Speaking of places of worship, places of gatherings like this platform, remember that every image is a bridge. And I'll go further. Every painting is a bridge. Every conversation is a bridge. Everything we do can be used as a bridge. Your work doesn't just document, it unites. You, every one of you in here, unite this community. You make this community more exciting to be a part every day. Every day. You guys hang out, you linger, you talk, you build friendships. Some of you have friendships offline. Some of you have met each other in this platform, or we were together on someone else's platform, and then we met there, and then you came here. Don't underestimate your power to unite people. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And most people think I'm like, an extrovert. I am much more an introvert. I love quiet little times. I'm in this, like I'll come into the room, hang out by myself, and just kind of like just live. I really don't have to function outside of this room, believe it or not. I mean, there's another part of me that is extroverted. I am an extrovert in some ways. But most of the time when I start this stuff I'm doing, I'm always fighting an uphill battle against myself. I do. Most of us do, especially if you're putting your creativity into the world. So for all the photographers and all you wonderful people out there, carry your camera, your pen, your brush, your voice as tools of light. Together, we're not just creating, we're building a living archive of humanity, one moment at a time. And I want to put an emphasis on that. This community represents amazing humanity. Two things I love about living is my ability to connect with community and humanity. Human beings have great capabilities of doing horrible things. But on the other side, the flip side of that all is humanity has the amazing ability to create awesome things. Which will you choose? Which part of your humanity will you dive into to create and unite and light your world? I hope this month, this Motivation Monday, I hope it inspires you to get out into the world and let your light shine. Because just like yesterday, every person that was on that screen shared their light and you lit the room. You lit the room last night. You lit the room. Not because the light was coming from the TV screen, but the light was coming from you. You lit the room. You light this community. So keep on trucking, y'all. Keep on lighting the world. You are amazing. Every one of you are amazing. Every one of you brings something special, a special ingredient that without it, it makes things just a little off. So thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for all those people, all you, I don't just say people, all you loved ones. I'm just going to say it that way. All you loved ones that gathered together last night. You made my day and you made my life. You are awesome. You are awesome. So continue to shine your light. You can do it. Use your paintbrushes. Use your camera. Use your voice. Use your pen. And on that note, I think we can end. But we won't end without giving a couple of announcements, right? So we got to do that. There we go. Let me get that in there. So those that are in this building, again, tomorrow we have a guest. We have a guest. And that is our wonderful Lavone Hill. That's a Hall. Sorry, my bad. Hall. And then also, if you are part of this community, make sure you use the YouTube community space. You can put in there and have conversations with each other. YouTube has made that possible on our YouTube channel. So use it. I'm gonna start adding more photos there, more pictures, like pictures from the snow. Yesterday, I got a chance to photograph these amazing geese in the area, lots of them yesterday in the snow. Also, join the email list in case there's a day that we are not able to use these platforms. We can still contact each other through email. Okay, so do that. And if you're looking for an event photographer or headshots, I am available. I am still working. Even though I'm traveling, I am still working. I will be still in New York, in the New York area, pretty much until mid-February. I was going to leave in mid-January, but like I announced last night, 5 of my images are going to be on an exhibition in a gallery event on the Alphabet City in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and a gallery, beautiful gallery, the Jennings Gallery, down there downtown. So I will be here for my exhibition. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad I'm going to be here for that. And also, last but not least, you know how I feel. Thank you, Patreon members. You help create this space. You make this space possible. And if you are not a Patreon member, become a Patreon member. And whatever you want to give to the Patreon and to the community for we wonderful artists, I hate to say starving artists because God has provided so much for me. So I am definitely not starving. But you help keep this community moving. Okay. And last but not least, make sure you join the YouTube channel, hit the likes, hit the subscribe. It's free. Nothing is, it doesn't cost you to hit a like, and it doesn't cost you to hit subscribe. And share what we do here with your friends. Okay, I think we got it all. Any more? I see more there. Lisa says, carry your confidence. And Kimmy says, thanks, Ron. You are inspirational. Rashawn says, you have the best community on the planet. I agree 100%. Mr. Anthony Rowland says, whenever I travel, I'm on edge because that's me. I'm on edge anywhere I am not familiar. But my train of thought when I'm touring is that they're from here and they do this every day. And then Aya says, thanks, Ron. And Arlicia says, there is a light that shines special for you and me. I love that. Hannah says, Ron, are you on with Dr. Tachi tonight? Yes. Thank you for that reminder. I am on Dr. Tachi tonight. We are going to be together. She and I are going to be on these YouTube streets. So we'll be on later on this evening. And thank you, Hannah, for reminding us. Yeah, so you want to go to Dr. Tachi's page, Indie Suit Media. I think are we on? Yeah, she'll put it in. If she's still here, she can put it in the chat there. Omar says, everyone have a blessed day. Thank you, community. You are the best. I love you. There we go. Dr. Tachi said, it's Scoopmas. It's Scoopmas. I'm live every night this week, so I get to start the night, to start the week. So I will be with Dr. Tachi for Scoopmas this evening. So Dr. Tachi and I will be on, and someone says, "Hey, uncles, what's up? What's up? Gaming. Nice." Kelly sends love. Okay, I think we got it all, y'all. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.